Hi everyone, my name is Katerina Kosenko. I am permanent makeup artist with 5 years of experience. Today I want to share with you some tips and tricks how to make a soft and airy permanent makeup work with only one main movement. I'll show you my work on latex mat and I'll give you some recommendation for performing the correct stroke and setting up equipment. This video will be really very helpful for newcomers in the PMU industry. So let's start! I wear gloves to keep my hands in clean state. My work on latex I'll do with Xeon S machine, power supply Atom. To do the job I need a latex mat, a needle of any diameter 1 RL. I fix the needle in the machine until I hear characteristic click and set the needle stroke depending on what type of machine you work with. Also, for convenience, I'll use grip wrap so that my fingers doesn't slip. A sleeve for machine isn't needed for this work because the work isn't with a client. In order to wipe the pigment from surface, I'll use tattoo Vaseline. I fix the pigment cap on the latex by soaking it with the reverse side in Vaseline. You can choose any pigment for practice, it's not important. I also need cotton pads. Collect the pigment in the cartridge spot by holding it in the cap. I turn the window on the cartridge towards myself. I need to make movement with back-forward direction, like a pendulum, with coming out of the skin. Back and forth. Back and forth. In order to set the correct speed on the power supply, suitable for your machine and the movement of your hand, I recommend doing a few strokes on yourself at your usual work speed and adjusting the speed so that you have from 7 to 9 pixels left on the latex mat. If the speed is set too high and the movement of your hand is slow, then the pixels in the stroke will be located too close to each other and there will be more of them. If you work at such speed, you'll not get airy and light shading. You'll hatch and your work will come out with gaps and dark spots, or it will be very dense. If, on the contrary, the movement of your hand is too fast compared to the speed on the power supply, it will be difficult for you to achieve the necessary color density. After such a pass, there will be almost nothing left on the surface, or you will need to make such a pass for a very long time. My recommendation: practice on latex yourself in order to choose the optimal speed specifically for you. I'll demonstrate you how I do it. Gradually descending down our aperture line, I don't work in segments, I randomly move down, entering the previous section to create an even finish. Now I want to show you clearly how your work will look like if you do it not in a chaotic movement but in segments. Work through the segment, went down. In this place, you will have a joint and uneven coloring. That's why I recommend working with chaotic movements, stroke closer, stroke further. Make sure that the position of the machine is plus minus 90 degrees relative to the surface. This will allow you to better control the depth of implantation of the pigment, perform less traumatic work, and get a more airy result. If you see that in some areas there is not enough intensity, I recommend to return to them and refine it with shorter stroke or dotted. Also, at this stage, you can set the speed on the power supply a little lower or move your hand faster. I recommend making at least one such line from the beginning to the end of the latex mat, in order to work out a uniform applications without joints, gaps, with airy beginning and end of the line, and without clear outlines. Next, I'll show you what result can be achieved in working with eyebrows on latex using the pendulum movement. Also, at the end of the video, I'll give you advice that will help you to create a soft, airy, and at the same time uniform feeling with color. here is the result. Such an airy and soft eyebrow I got. And after healing, such work on the client's skin will look like a light haze. And now, as I promised, I'll give you a task which I recommend also working out on latex. Your task is to make a circle, the outlines of which will be soft and airy, and the middle with a more intense color. You'll need to make strokes in different directions, intersection each other to create a circle shape. This exercise will help you to create a more airy beginning and upper outline of eyebrows. Thank you for watching. I hope this information was helpful to you. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments below this video. Like and subscribe for more tips and tricks in permanent makeup. See you in the next video.